Hola mi gente, hello my people. As you know, I've been doing a lot of sketching lately, and that is why I have brought these art supplies from the darkness of my drawers. They have been sitting there and I haven't used them, and now they're out here and I'm going to be reviewing them for you. Como ven, hoy vamos a estar haciendo un review de estos nuevos materiales que voy a estar usando. Ya tienen mucho tiempo que lo tengo ahí guardado en mis cajones y todavía no lo he usado hasta hoy. Así que cada vez cuando voy a estar usando un nuevo material, siempre me gusta dibujar los conejos, porque eso es ya algo que yo sé cómo dibujar, así para que me enfoque en el nuevo material y no esté pensando de qué voy a dibujar o tratando de buscar una foto de referencia. As you can see here, I'm drawing a little bunny, and that is because I want to focus on the new material that I am using. I will oftentimes do this just because it's a great way for me to just focus on the new medium or new art supply that I have in hand and that I'm trying out. And that way I'm not looking for a reference or, having trouble coming up with an idea. So, yeah, that's why oftentimes you'll see me in like these review videos of me just drawing bunnies, because that is just something I like to fall back on, and especially when it comes to trying out a new sketchbook as well. So even though I am technically reviewing 4 different art supplies today, all of these art supplies work very well together, and that is why I decided to review them together just in one video. And not only that, but also that is my plan on just using all these art supplies in these sketchbooks only, because I just really liked the look of the toned drawing pencils and the tinted charcoal while it's on like a toned sketchbook. So that's why I'm probably only going to be using these art materials on this type of sketchbook that you see right here, which is a Hahnemühle toned sketchbook. And first things first, we're going to be talking about the Derwent drawing pencils. And here I am drawing a cute little white bunny. The first sketch that I did, I was sort of just warming up. And then the second sketch of the little bunny, that's where I kind of got to add more color into it and, layer different colors and everything else. And I really got to see how the material works and the pros and the cons of it, and just overall how different it is from using like color pencil or like watercolor soluble pencil. Yeah, but one thing I really liked about these pencils was how creamy they were. These drawing pencils are like really creamy, and I love the way that they just feel on the surface of the paper. It's really nice. And I also like how the colors of the pencils are very earth toned, so they're not like very saturated colors. And I really like that about this, especially on that really nice toned paper that you see on there. I really love the look of it. They blend very well. If you're somebody that likes to blend a little bit more. Here I didn't do a lot of blending. I kind of just like layered the colors between each other and just overlapped them. But yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. I was kind of like more like just experimenting with it and just seeing what they do overall. So that is what the purpose was here while I was sketching this little cute bunny. Something else that I really enjoyed about these pencils were the fact that they held their point very nicely. Even though they're very creamy, they still held up very well in that part. And yeah, they just feel very similar to oil pastels. but then not because of how like they just hold very well overall, even though they are creamy. And they're not at all like color pencils, and they're not very much like graphite pencils because they're not dry, or like charcoal pencils because they are dry. The only con to these pencils is the fact that they are only earth tone colors, so if you're not somebody that uses earth tone colors while you are sketching, then these are probably not for you. I got some tinted charcoal pencils, and I also got a toned sketchbook. These tinted charcoal pencils are by Derwent, and the purpose for this sketchbook is for me to practice value. So I will be doing a lot of value studies in this sketchbook. Sometimes I will just sketch in it with charcoal pencil, but I will only be using charcoal pencil in this sketchbook, and that is all. Nothing else in the sketchbook other than that. So one thing that I have been wanting to do a lot more is to just sketch in general, but I've also really wanted to just sketch with charcoal. I know there's lots of various different types of ways that you can sketch with charcoals, and there's also lots of different types of charcoal that you could use. But these ones right here that you see that I'm using, I saw these a while back and I was just like, I have to get these. They look so cool. So I got them. And I also really like when people use charcoal with like toned paper. So that's why I was like, this is perfect. I can use these two art supplies and, you know, create something with it and just start sketching, because I think that'd be really cool. And so yeah, that's how we got here to this video where I am using the Derwent tinted charcoal. I will be keeping this sketchbook as my charcoal medium sketchbook, and that is because charcoal gets really messy when you're working with it. And as you can see here, I am continuing to draw bunnies, of course. Let's talk about the pencil. So this charcoal pencil is not very crummy at all, unless of course you put a lot of pressure into the pencil, and then it'll probably, you know, get some crumbs around there. But overall, I really enjoyed working with this pencil. I love the smoothness of it. Of course, charcoal is very dry, so it's not going to be like butter or anything like that. But yeah, I really do like the way that it feels. And it doesn't smudge as much as you think it would, because it is charcoal pencil. But it is great. I really love it. I have yet to use the other colors, but I will soon. Even though you guys didn't get to see me drawing with the other tinted charcoal pencils, they were really nice to work with also, and I really enjoyed drawing with the different colors that they have there. I have yet to do any value study with them, but I will. And that's another reason why I wanted to get these, was so that I could do value studies with different colors other than just black and white, because that can get pretty boring. As for this toned gray sketchbook, I really enjoyed the look of it. especially when you're using it with the charcoal pencils. It looks really nice. And the texture of these sketchbooks are great. They're smooth and they have just enough texture for the pencils to hold on something to. And I'm pretty sure they are just for dry mediums, but you could also just try using a wet medium on them if you want. I probably will. Not sure yet, but overall I'm just going to stick with using dry mediums on these sketchbooks just because I think that'd probably be best. A thing to note is that these tinted charcoal pencils are very gray and they are not saturated. So if you like saturated colors, these are not for you. Y así es como quedó, mi gente. This is how everything looks like, and I will see you when I see you. Te veo cuando te veo. Hasta luego.